Dustin is in Los Angeles. Hi, Dustin. Welcome to the EntreLeadership podcast. What's up?
Hey, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure, man. How can we help?
Well, I'm 35 years old and going into my 15th year in business. Started a small business when I was 20. And the main reason for my call, I've just been kind of thinking about how I want to navigate this next 15 years as they're going to look a lot different. Now married, we got our first kid on the way. And the main thing that's kind of been stumping me a little bit and wanted to get your advice is, when is the right time to put in like a management team, like say a GM or an operations manager? Currently, I'm kind of a one-man band as far as management staff. I've got 11 employees. I'm the HR, I'm the payroll, I'm the, my car didn't start this morning, the accounts pay, I'm the whole thing.
Yep.
And I'm just kind of trying to figure out, is my business big enough for it? Can I afford it? And I love what I do. I don't, you know what I mean? It's just, I think the time is now. I'm just having a hard time kind of wrapping my mind around giving up some control.
Yeah. Well, when you hired the other people, you gave up control, not of leadership or management, but of actual tasks. You delegated tasks to them. And so you've got someone that does X or does Y out of those 10 or 11 people, right?
Correct.
And what you do there is you don't assume from the first day they come on the job that they automatically know how to do it. So you spend some time with them, training, making sure they know how to do the thing that you're asking them to do, and making sure they know how to do it the way Dustin does it, not just the way they learned to do it at the last place they worked.
Yeah, and that's kind of been my challenge.
Yeah.
With some in-house staff. I've got some people that have been with me for quite some time, and I've slowly given them some, higher level responsibilities here and there. And I'm not a micromanager per se, but, I see stuff and I'm like, gosh darn it, I would have just done it so much different. Is that something where you just kind of let them learn on their own and make?
No, that's basic delegation. Delegation is if they're not doing it the way that you want them to do it, that is your fault. Now, you've got two options. One is you just boss them around and tell them what to do, or two is you teach them how to do it that way. That way, the next time you don't have to teach them. They'll do it automatically your way. And so they need to be able to finish the sentence at the level you're at today. The first thing is basic delegation. Finish the sentence. How would Dustin do this? How would Dustin handle this customer who's angry? How would Dustin handle this bill that needs to be paid? How would Dustin handle this vendor that didn't deliver when they said they were going to? Whatever it is. And so that's your first level of delegation, and you've got to complete that with this team. The first stage of business is the treadmill operator, where you do everything yourself, and if you're not working, you're unemployed. You've passed that. You've moved on to Pathfinder, and now you're at the stage where you're trying to transfer to the existing team how to do their stuff. And the reason I brought that up is to move to the next stage, which is Trailblazer. You've got to put leadership in place and train the leadership. Now, the way you train leadership is similar in concept to how you train the other folks who are just doing their jobs, in that you walk with them and you talk with them and you spend a lot of time mentoring, because, just because they were a manager before doesn't mean they know how to do stuff your way. When we have someone join our team that, into a leadership role, maybe they'd been in a leadership role somewhere else, then they have to learn how we want leadership done at Ramsey, because we're different than other people. You're different than other people. So, how would you treat a person that you are leading that works on your payroll in this situation, in that situation, A situation, Z, X situation? And so I've had to train people how to treat the other people here the way I want them treated, how to have a difficult conversation when someone's not doing their job, how to encourage and recognize people when they are doing their job. All of those kinds of things are leadership functions. You do not want to hire someone who's simply a boss. Bosses push, leaders pull. So you do want to hire someone who you move into a leadership position, but it's not as simple as plug and play. You don't just hire them, start writing them checks, and walk away and they instantly know how to do it. You're going to spend a year of your life mentoring, discipling, teaching them, especially your first person in leadership. The easiest way to find that first person is find someone within your team that's doing an excellent job and seems to have great people skills. And you can move them then into a role where they're helping you with the leadership over a portion of your business and a portion of the other team members. By the way, the other team members won't resent them coming into leadership if they've been excellent at their job. But if they're a half-butt at their current job and you make them a leader, then they think, oh, God, this is going to be awful. I now have a half-butt that's a leader. Oh, and that means Dustin doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, God, I'm in a mess. And that's what the team will start thinking. So if you've got a team member that's really doing a great job and has good people skills, you want to talking about moving them up, then you move them up. But again, when you delegate leadership, it's just like delegating tasks. Only the task is leading people. And how are they going to do that? You're going to teach them what you've done. You're going to teach them what you've learned in EntreLeadership, and put them in EntreLeadership Elite. And you guys can start going through this together with some coaching. And this is a real pivotal time. Because if you can learn how to do this, Dustin, you can scale your business 10x of what it is. But you're now bottlenecked because right now you're the only one that can make a decision. No one else has been trained to make a decision. So you're stuck until you start developing another layer of leadership within your organization. This is your first big breakthrough in the ability to take your business to double what it is today. So you're in a really cool place. Hey man, I'm proud of you. You recognized what you needed. You've grown a business from 20 years. Oh, way to go, man. That is absolutely incredible.